Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Taru and I panned a palette. I was not planning on filming today. I just got myself ready to take Halla to the vet to get her vaccines. But then I finished the palette. And I decided that we should give her a proper send-off. Because I started panning this palette as my PANNED palette 2023. I panned it for the whole 2024 and I continued 2025. I'll look at her. Look at her. She's completely done. There's nothing left but shiny pants and not so shiny pants, but let's not look at the rusty ones. Yeah, the Norvina is gone. The last of it is on my eyes right now. And then there will be no more. This is the first palette I have fully panned in my life. And we should celebrate. So yes, this has been a part of my PANNED palette leftovers this year, which this palette kind of started the whole project. I wanted to focus on another palette as my main PANNED palette, but I have 3 shadows left in here, so I decided to create PANNED palette leftovers and put all the shadows left from previous PANNED palettes in there. So I was working on 3 of them still this year, but now it's done. It's done and it deserves a video of its own to say goodbye so that we can see all the progress I've made throughout these 2 years and 5 months that I panned it. And I was able to finish it before it turned 5 years old in my collection. It is now the end of May and I got it in early June of 2020. So I was able to do that. But yeah, I thought we could do a little recap of what it took for me to finish it, and then at the end you will see a slideshow of those 2 years and 5 months. I had some pans before I started tracking it for the project, so these are not fully accurate, but as you can see, the numbers are big in a lot of the shades, so yeah, maybe +5 more uses or something, and that's what it took to finish. But let's go through all of the shades. Dreamer was a very light, like inner corner shade, kind of like what I have on my lids today, but yeah, no, Dreamer, we're starting this. I was looking at it like wrong way around here because it was a rusty pan and I wasn't able to use all of the shadow, but it took only 64 uses to finish it, and then I had to ditch the very bottom layer of the shadow because the rust transferred. Summer was a nice gold and it took 42 uses to finish up that one. Then we had Wild Child, that was a shimmery, or the top row was all shimmer, so it was a pink, very pale baby pink shimmer, and it took only 31 uses, although I think I had pan in that one when I started, so plus maybe 6-8 uses for that. Then we had Rose Gold, which was a rose gold shade, and that took 70 uses because I used it often just on the outer parts of my lid, not the whole way like I used these. So Rose Gold, yeah, took 70 uses. Celestial was a purple and that took 40 uses because I used it all over the lid. Dazzling I also used all over the lid and that took 55 uses, a bit more than, for example, Summer. Well, I think I used it also just on the outside of mallet. So then we had Drama. That was a very dark, kind of brown, red, purple outer corner shade for me, and that took 131 uses. Then the matte row, we had base, which was a base color with slight shimmer, so I did use it also on my brow bone and not to set the lid, so it took 127 uses. And then we had Soul, which I just finished a couple of weeks ago, and that took 107 uses, so mattes took way longer than the shimmers. Incense took 125, and then we had Love. That didn't took many uses, and I think I had Pan in that when I started. Only 37. That was the most powderiest of mattes I've ever seen. You did poof, and it went poof. So yeah, you can see most of the mattes took more than most of them took more than 100 uses. Love 37 plus probably 10ish previous uses. Volatile, we had 199. Dark, slightly purplish brown, so I didn't use it that much. Love was very pale, or not very pale, but a pink crease shade. Then Eccentric, that is still on my list today, took 91 uses. And then Passion, a very dark maroon red shadow, took 120 uses. So I could have actually tallied all the, maybe I'll do that and combine all the uses and put that on the screen, because I thought about doing that previously, but then I was too excited to film this and I forgot to do that. So yes, combined a lot of uses, individual dips into the shadows, or not individual dips, individual, you know what I mean. Anyway, I also tracked the weight of the palette. When I started the project, I'm sorry I kicked you, or whatever. It was 198.7 grams, and now it is 188.3. So in the project I used up 10.4 grams, and based on the weights it should have 9.94. so in the project, these 2 years, 5 months, I used basically what they promised, but previous to this project I had already used 1.8 grams of product, so combined there was 12.2 grams of product in here, so a bit more, a couple more grams than they advertised, which is nice. So yeah, it is all done, completely gone. How do I feel? I don't know. I thought I might have felt kind of emptiness of it being gone, but no. Just like, oh, it's done. It is finally done. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna save. I probably will at least save the brush, because I didn't use it much, but a brush is a brush. So yeah, this is it. You're still gonna see this palette once at least in the Panned palette leftovers update, and then again in my yearly empties, but I will save it until that at least. But I don't know, it's very dirty and like it's not as fuzzy anymore, so I don't think I will keep this palette as a token or whatever, but it's done. It is done, and this video is way longer than I thought it would be, but it's okay. It deserves it. And now you'll have probably 2 minutes worth of slideshow if you're interested. and seeing the overall progress. Maybe I should put also a brand new picture in the beginning of what it looked like when I got it. But yeah, I panned the palette. Thank you so much for watching, and a special big thank you if you've followed the whole journey of Norvina. And yeah, thank you for being here. And yeah, moving on to the next big eyeshadow panning goal, I guess. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. Wow.